Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to a video, and today we're going to be doing a review of the DAL Cyclone T3056C. Now this is their newest addition to the Cyclone line. This is actually a 3-inch prop. You can see it's got a very different looking sort of advanced airfoil. We do have the common scoop at the end and then the sharp tip, and it sort of tapers out. You can see it's a quite aggressive little 3-inch prop, so very interesting. The material itself is pretty much just the standard DAL stuff. Seems pretty flexible, but it's actually pretty stiff at the hub in the middle area, so that's pretty good. It just bends out towards the tip. If we take the scale here, we can get a quick weight on it. It feels pretty light. So the prop itself weighs just about 1.77 grams. And if you compare it to the Gemfan 3052, which is my current favorite 3-inch prop, that weighs about 1.66 grams, so it's just a little bit heavier there. And if we compare the pitches, you can see they're overall pretty much similar. However, the Gemfan slopes down, the Cyclone slopes up, and the way that their scoop is positioned towards the hub is a little bit different, as well as the hub on this little guy is actually really thin. Hopefully you can see the Gemfan is a decent bit of a thicker hub there, so this will help on motors with not very long shafts to get the lock nut down. Alright, so that was just a real quick intro to the DAL Cyclone T3056C. So let's put them on a quad and let's go do some line of sight and some FPV. Alright, here we are outside for the line of sight, so let's just real quick run over the setup. We have a Mode 2 gizmo frame. For the motors, they are the Brother Hobby Tornado T1 1407 4100 kV. Obviously the Cyclone T3056 props. We have some Gilheli S25 amp ESCs. We have the Pico BLX flight controller with the Innova VTX, Runcam Micro Swift up front, and a FreeSky XM Plus in the back. For the bottom, it's just a Bonka 854S 775C battery there. Let's just get it plugged up. Here we go. Out past the snowmen. Just sort of cruising around at first here. At about half throttle, they carry some decent speed to them. Relatively quiet. I would say they're not as fast as the Gemfan 3052. There's full speed. Come back full speed. Probably about 60 or 70 miles an hour, full speed. Definitely seems a little bit slower than the Gemfan. Does seem to be pretty good and responsive in the low to mid range though. Just do some throttle punches vertically. Decently zippy there. Yeah, I'm liking them.
1 minute.
Let's get a close-up look at them. Got kind of a weird upswept sort of camber to them. Pretty interesting. Definitely got some good throw to them. And I believe this 3-inch is about 165 grams without the battery. It's nothing super crazy light, but it's not a pig. But I would definitely recommend 3-inch on 4100 kV because I've flown the 3600 kV before, and it's kind of lackluster. So I definitely like the 4100 kV better. Alright, this battery is getting pretty dead, and we end with the somewhat of a crash, a delayed crash, but can't end that way. So let's take her back up. Always have to have the hand launch, hand catch. There we go. So that was the line of sight. So now let's do some FPV. Alright, here we have the Cyclone 3056, and I apologize for no stick cam overlay. This was actually during a race, at the end of the race where I filmed this footage. So I'm just taking the little guy out and testing these props. It was actually the first time I flew them FPV, so just getting a real quick feel for them. And right away, just doing a little bit of freestyle. They felt pretty locked in. They weren't quite as fast, it seemed like, as other 3-inch props that I was used to, but they definitely did have a nice tight feeling to them on the 4100 kV motors. Kind of similar to like an HQ V1S prop that just sort of gives you a feeling of control, a really light blade that the motor can handle. Even though these aren't that light, just something with the pitch works pretty well. You can see I hit the ground there. A little bit less power, I think, than the Gemfan 3052 I wasn't used to. Just starting to fly the track a little bit here, and they're performing pretty well. Definitely not as fast as my 5 inches around the course, but I was running about a 45-degree camera tilt here. This is the RunCam Micro Swift 2. Very harsh lighting conditions at the end of the day. But overall, it was definitely performing better than I expected for a 3-inch quad getting around on a fairly large course here. So that's a pretty good testament to the capabilities of 3-inch, but I definitely would not say it will replace 5-inch quads. And as we come around on the ending of this lap, we have a pretty decent crash right here, which totally destroyed the camera. Oh, look at that camera, it's half gone. Alright, so here we are back after the flight testing. You can see from that last crash there, the camera, the lens itself just got completely blown up. The camera cracked down the middle, and I did actually break one prop. This is a prop that I broke in the front there. You can see there was a little air bubble in the hub, similar to the full-size 5-inch Cyclone, so that can be an issue sometimes. However, it was about 35, max 40 degrees on that day, so it definitely was still cold, and it was definitely a very hard hit. But if you do look at the hubs, they're actually pretty decently small where it goes into there. So the durability on these is not that insane, but it's definitely pretty good. And once again, the battery that I was running it on was just a Bonka 850 4S75C. Did perfectly fine on an 850, no need for any more. So just concluding up, coming towards the end of the video here, I do think that I still might like the Gemfan 3052 a little bit more, just because this prop is a little bit faster. However, I did feel a little bit more locked in, tight control feeling, if that makes any sense when flying these. So these two props, the Gemfan 3052 and the Cyclone T3056C, are pretty much my favorite 3-inch props right now. So if you can get a set of these just to try a set or two, I would recommend that, because everyone prefers something different, and they definitely are a very nice contender in the 3-inch market. And there is a new Azure 3060 coming soon that's supposedly pretty good, so I'll be interested to try that out. But if you're interested in these props, there will be a link down below in the description. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.